opening statement, and then we'll do questions.
Peterson, she, put the team on her back the last 3 or 4 games, and that's what she's been doing ever since. And, it's just a kid that just says, regardless, I'm gonna do everything I can to help our team win. And, we had a game plan of coming out. The one thing we wanted to do is not let her get 20 shots. So we wanted to deny her and do some things like that, and also bring help to her. But again, we was not really good on the ball with her driving, especially driving to her right. The other thing we wanted to do was make sure we got 35 that did get deep touches in the paint, and she kept getting deep touches and things like that. So again, you got to get around in front and be able to deny and be able to fight on those things. But the thing I was most disappointed was, that second quarter and that third quarter where we had great looks and shots in the rim, at the basket, in the paint, and just didn't put them down. And I told her, you can run the perfect offense all you want to, get all these wide open shots, and you got to make shots. You got to make shots. Again, that's the name of the game. And I thought that was the deciding factor in the game. But once we even went to the zone and be able to get 2 or 3 stops in a row, we still didn't be able to score the basketball. And again, that just comes down to just your talent, your skill level. Satia's fighting through, and I told her at the end, I know she had a whole bunch of turmoil at the beginning and then kicking a player off and things like that, but they kind of figured it out now, and I think they won 4 out of the last 8, something like that. So again, where before they were 0-9, 0-10. So again, they're fighting. The resilience of our team, to have a Leah Love come out today, you have that Leah Love all year doing that kind of stuff. I think we'll have a different record. But we have to have everybody on the same page. Just some of the plays that we made today were selfish. Didn't pass the ball like we needed to. Everybody want to try to make a 3-point, 4-point, 5-point, 6-point, 7-point shot. Those kind of things is not heard of. Non-existent. You have to share the basketball and play as a team. You got to be strong enough to be able to finish in the paint. And either I'm gonna make the basket or I'm gonna miss the basketball. I'm gonna get fouled like they were doing. It's the reason they shot 27 free throws and we only shot 14. It's crazy. We shot 19, but we made 14. But again, you got to be tougher.
Coach, despite the setbacks during the game, what would you say were the positives that came out of it?
I thought the positive thing was, that first quarter we played with a lot of energy, and we wanted to play for the seniors and be able to send them out the right way. Everybody, stayed together for the most part. We just had some low moments here and there where we needed to fight through. But again, at the end of the game, we still was trying to press and get up and guard, and even though we were fouling. But I think that the thing is they understand the limitations we have, but they still keep fighting through it, and not like quitting and things like that. There's some teams around the country that are losing by 20 and 30 and 40 points now because, again, those teams have given up, and that hasn't happened to us. We had one bad game against TCU, and that's a really good TCU, top 10 team in the country, that we didn't play well, but every time I think we come out and we compete.
You honor 5 seniors today. What did they mean to the team? What qualities did they bring?
The one thing about all of them is, the first thing is their faith. The faith is tremendous in what we do and who they are, and they come from great families. So again, we're a faith-based program, and so again, they bring that. Secondly, they all bring an understanding of who they are and what they have to be able to give to make us successful. Now, the thing they struggle with is trying to be able to live up to the consistency of that, but it's in them to be able to try to do that. You can't fault them because, again, you got to compete to be able to figure that part out. The other thing is they love each other. We don't have people fighting, doing their crazy stuff and things like that, and they still hang out with each other and do things like that. They have fun on the bus and laughing and all that kind of stuff. And so it's just that love that they have for each other and those qualities that you just can't take away. And I'm happy to have that a part of our program.
Coach, you have an update on Peyton McFarland?
Yeah, Peyton took that shot to the eye and had a little bubbly on it. And like I told her, I asked her if you're ready to go, and she said, yeah, I don't even want to come out of the game. So that showed me that she was good to go. And I think other than that, she's just a little stiff because, again, we're asking her to play 30 minutes and be able to go when normally she would only play about 20 minutes a game. But, again, it's probably the 14th, 15th game when she had to go at least 30. So she's wearing down.
What are your thoughts on Laila becoming number 2 in scoring in program history?
I'm sorry,
Laila becoming the number 2 scorer?
number 2 now? I didn't know that. You know, I barely hear what's going out on the mic. But, you know, the one thing that Laila said when we were trying to decide if she was going to come here or Texas A&M and all the different people that were recruiting her was she wanted to go someplace where she can leave a legacy. And I told her she'd have an opportunity to do that because, again, I'm gonna have an opportunity to put you in position to be successful, but you have to be able to be able to knock down shots and defend and be on the floor and all those kind of things to do that. And so when I gave her a hug at the end right there, and that's the thing that she whispered in my ear, I left a legacy. And say exactly, and you know, it's not all about accolades because she leads us in our faith. You know, that's the other part of it. You know, over her time here, she's led Bible studies. She's got baptized, and we were all led to church. And you know, right now, whenever we get ready to travel, she's the one, you know, praying for traveling grace. And you know, we blessing meals, and we do a lot of faith-based stuff. And she's at the head of that, and I really appreciate that because again, not many 22, 23, 24-year-olds want to talk about God all the time. And she's one of the ones that are willing to do that each and every day and gonna live by that and gonna be able to follow that.
Your attention now will be towards the Big 12 tournament where the team will have to run the gauntlet. What is the keys in order to make a deep run?
Well, the first thing you got to do is go down there with the right mindset. You know, if your mind's not right, because again, talking to some other head coaches, they feel like their team is checked out and all that kind of stuff because now it's time when kids are coming up on this spring break and I'm making plans for this and all that kind of stuff. We're not going to the NCAA tournament, you know, but you know, those kind of things, you got to make sure your kids are still locked in mentally to say, we want to continue to play as long as we possibly can. The second thing is, you got to go down with the mindset that you're going to win. You know, regardless of whoever you play, I think it's either Arizona, Colorado, or something like that we might play. And again, we played well against both of those teams, so you got to know that you can win those games. But again, you have to come with some consistency of putting the ball in the hole. You know, that's the thing. We shoot a ton. We shoot with people in our face. We shoot in practice. We shoot when we're going against the guys, all that kind of stuff. And you have to be able to make shots. You know, and that's the thing. Now you're going to a place where it's not your own gym, your own arena. Everybody's going to be new to the environment where you got to be able to find out how the lighting, how the background, all this kind of stuff so you can be able to be effective in making some shots. So then you got to defend. You got to defend at a high level because, again, everybody knows win or go home. So everybody's bringing their A game. And on top of that, they're bringing a consistency level of we want to continue to play. And so that's the thing we got to start with.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.